Hi all, welcome to the cheapest possible solution for the Russian League SBC guys. So hopefully you find this useful guys. Let me know in the comments down below if you've done the Promes SBC, what you think of each card and so forth. So we can smash links, be awesome, sub to the channel if you're new. Follow me on Twitter at GSALegend. All links are down below for playlists on the channel and social media links as always. Now this is not done on my account guys, this is done on someone else's and I'm not submitting for them so that they can enjoy the packs and the animations. So 16 teams guys, and it costs you around 225k. For Akhmat Grozny, this route costs about 15 to 18k to do. It's not too bad. A few of the players are expensive. The guy centre back Angel, the right centre mid is quite expensive, and then the guy that either of the right backs you can convert to a right wing back, and then you'll get the chem. But getting Angel is pretty much detrimental to keeping this relatively cheap. If you can snipe him, you're laughing. There's not much really else you can do with this team to keep it relatively cheap, I will admit though, but still simple enough to do. Anchor Promes about 15-18k as well. It's just really a few of these expensive rare silvers. The left wing back, if you can nab him on snipe, you're laughing. We've got him for a couple k. Agudi and Conde there, and Zanev, they're the kind of the four guys. If you can nab these four on snipe for cheap, then the rest of the route is actually very straightforward and cheap to do. As I said, 15k cost me to do this. When I first built the route, it was under 10k, so it just kind of shows it's crept up a little. We'll get there in the end with our words. Then Anze Mahishalaka, or how everyone knows it's Anze. 7k is when I first built the route. It's 14k, 12 to 14k now. The goalie was for me the best sniper of the lot, and the guy at left centre back. I got both of them on the cheap, and same with the right back. It's a lot of these bronzes you can nab them for 150, like the cam, the striker, the right mid, and the two CDMs, and then it's a case of the rest of the team just try to get them as cheap as possible. Then CSK Moscow, as you can see, has a brick slot. It's just a bit annoying, but it's not too bad really in all honesty. 11k it costs you to do. Vitinho is probably Vitinho is the most expensive. Mario Fernandez, I got him on 700k, 700 coins snipe, and I was absolutely delighted with that. And the two centre backs got for them about 1.2k each, and then the guy that's at striker on the left, I got him as a converted version, luckily on snipe as well. Dynamo Moscow, this is one of the cheapest teams to do, so I was quite chuffed with this. This is a 6k team. It is actually the cheapest, which I was not expecting, but it's not really moved in value, and this team might creep up a little bit, but I don't think it will. In terms of the prices, nothing's really changed, which is good. So this is pretty much this flat out cheapest team guys for Dynamo Moscow. Wanderson helps a lot with that particular route. Then you're going to Rostov. A good way to do this, I've noticed, potentially to keep it even cheaper, is put Doumbia at left forward and get the guy that's at cam. There's a bronze cam that's like 58 rated. Put him to centre forward, and I think you need one loyalty, and it's then either Doumbia or the cam or Ionov or whoever. You've got to do an hour conversion, and then it saves you a little bit more money if you don't want to go with the Ingerson route guys. So be prepared. Doumbia cost me like 500 coins to get him. But there is another way, but that way was at the time the cheapest when I done it, so I was quite chuffed. Then over to our next option. If you can even pronounce this team guys, you're laughing. This is an 8k route, and it's just a case of just being patient with the silvers, getting them on the snipes, and then the bronzes you can get them for 150 on open bid. So 5 bronzes for 150. The silvers, it's just a mix of varying prices. Krasnodar, one of the most expensive routes to do guys. This is honest to God a nightmare. I say it's expensive, but in reality it only cost me 12.5k. It felt annoying to do because you had to do a fair bit of sniping. But as I say, it doesn't look a 12.5k route. But I got this for 12.5k doing it. What kind of saved me was like Mamev, Jairzinho, the guy at right mid was on snipe. There was so much on snipe, which was kind of lucky and saved my bacon really. Then Lokomotiv Moscow, this is a 13k route. Eder, big deal there with 600. I can't remember the guy at left, Kasayev I'm sure it is at left mid, got him on snipe as well. And then the three centre backs, they were like the steals of the day. I was just quite overall chuffed with them, just getting them on the snipes. I think it was like 1k for Korluka and Petchinovic, and the other dude was I think 1.2 or something, I can't roughly remember. But overall 12k, not too bad. Ruben Kazan, very expensive, this is like 18-19k to do, and just be prepared guys. This is pretty much, I think, the cheapest that it's going to be just now. Navas was the most expensive, he's going for around 3.5-4k. His price just goes down a lot, but it goes down to like 2.5 to 3k and then goes back up to 3.5-4k. It makes no sense, it is annoying. And the centre back I only had because the person that I'm doing this for had it, and Saborin I missed that many between 100 to 4k. It was a joke. He's going for about 4 to 4.5, even 5k. So Saborin, plenty of folk will put him up for cheap. It is just a case of sniping him, that's all it comes down to. And just a case of position changes as well, if need be, on depending on how you build the route. Spartak, sorry I've missed you, Tosno, that's the next one. Spartak, relatively cheap. This was the one I built on my own channel to show you guys. That was dirt cheap for me. Spartak for the person was not too bad actually, this was around 10-11k. Louise was a good snipe. Rebrov was the most expensive deal of the lot, he was 5.5k. He was extinct when I went to get him. There was not a single Rebrov or other goalie on the market at the time, and Rebrov 5.5k was the only one up, and this was 59 minutes 59 seconds and I got him. And pretty much the next one after was 9.2k, it was sniped right after that. So 5.5k, not too bad. Most expensive team coming up guys is Tosno. It's 24,000 coins guys. Rostov and Tosno, 25k a pop to do these particular routes. The big saving grace was the guy at left striker. Someone had converted him and just listed him up too cheap, and I just nabbed him up on a bargain. And pretty much the rest of the team is fairly straightforward, it's just a case of snipes. Kutin, the guy right back, is very expensive as well, he's like 3-4k, but in all honesty I'm quite chuffed. It was fairly straightforward in the end. Then over to this team is Arsenal Tula. Alexandrov guys, everybody is price fixing him. There's about 2 pages of him at 10k. What you do is build this team. You've then got to just be worried that the 2 centre mids are the most expensive parts of your team. Your left mid can be anybody, as far as I'm aware, for what I've tried, as long as they're above either Alexandrov's rating or higher. And I think you can still get away with loyalty or position changes to kind of get this team done. All the bronzes are 150 guys, and the right back is obviously a right wing back, but he is relatively cheap anyway. Ufa, your saving grace is Belanov and Jokic, and then it's just a case of working around the rest of the team from here. Silvers aren't too bad. Palatic, he used to play for FC Sion, he's now in Russia. He was about 700-800 coins, that's what he roughly cost you. Bronzes, not too bad either, they're 200 coins, and the rest of the team's not too bad around from there. Ufa, by the way, is an 8k team, just so you know. Ural, 10k for that. It's not too bad really. A few of the bronzes you can get for 150, which is kind of crazy. You'd say to yourself, 7 bronzes in the team, you can nab them for 150. You've just got to be patient as well with them, because folk think, oh, you'll be able to. But it's the silvers are the expensive spend. The right back especially, he was the most expensive, and in all honesty it wasn't too bad. I was quite chuffed with it. Zenit is absolutely bombed up massively guys. When I built this route last night it was 5.7k and it is now verging on 20,000 coins. It is crazy. Like, this route was done cheap only because the client had Ivanov plays for the very first team I showed, but basically Ivanovic kept this route relatively down for me. The 4 bronzes I was able to get snipe, which I was quite lucky with, which kept the cost real down. Kranevitter and Naboa are currently the 2 cheapest mids. Fazulin, Paredes, these kind of guys, if you nab them cheaper or even on open bid you're laughing, but even on snipes I was finding every time it was Naboa and Kranevitter. Polos and Kikorin are like the 2 cheapest strikers, and then you can get away with a goalkeeper in at left mid to kind of cover you over Chat off. Hopefully you find this useful, guys. As I say, 225k this is going to set you back. Hopefully you enjoy it, guys. Smash likes as always, sub to the channel if you're new. Follow me on Twitter, G's Legend. Take it easy all, thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys all later.